Route 66 stretches endlessly across the American desert, a scar of cracked asphalt beneath the punishing sun. Travelers say the road feels alive, whispering in waves of heat. But nobody mentions what happens after midnight, when the air shifts, and time itself bends quietly out of shape. Late one summer night, a long-haul trucker named Raymond drives westbound with only static fading in from his radio. The clock on his dashboard ticks but never moves past 3:17 a.m. He doesn't notice at first, until he sees the figure standing dead center of the road. The headlights reveal a silhouette, not walking, not waving, just standing utterly still. The heat shimmer freezes, sound drains away as if the world holds its breath. Raymond swerves, tires screaming against the gravel shoulder, heart thundering like artillery in the silence. When he looks back, the figure hasn't moved. The desert wind stops entirely, leaving only the faint buzz of his truck engine idling. His mind races to rational explanations: a stranded hitchhiker, hallucination from too much caffeine, maybe even a mirage crafted by exhaustion. He flicks on his high beams, stepping out into the desert chill to confront whoever it is. The figure remains exactly where it stood, a faint blur of outline dressed in what looks like dark, outdated clothing. It casts no shadow, despite the glaring light washing over everything else. Raymond calls out, his voice trembling against the empty sky. No reply echoes back. The figure doesn't flinch, doesn't even seem to acknowledge him. The air feels electrically charged, like the moment before lightning strikes, and his gut urges him to get back in the truck. As he backs away, his radio bursts alive with a woman's distorted voice repeating coordinates he doesn't recognize. The monotone frequency fades into a childlike laugh before cutting out. Every hair on his arm stands straight, his pulse racing uncontrollably. He slams the door shut and shifts into reverse, but the headlights suddenly flicker, dim, and die. In the darkness, he catches movement, just a tilt of the figure's head. Slow. Precise. Almost mechanical. And then, impossibly, the sound of footsteps begins on gravel. Raymond stomps the accelerator, tires spitting sand. But as his truck lurches forward, the figure seems to glide backward effortlessly, staying fixed within his high beam's reach. Impossible distances collapse, space unravels as miles stretch and snap like tangled tape. The radio resonates, silent except for faint whispers counting numbers that do not sequence correctly. 3, 1, 9, 7, 2, then repeating. Somewhere far off, lightning flares though the sky is painfully clear. Perhaps it's not lightning at all but something far stranger. When he finally reaches the next roadside diner, his hands tremble so hard he can't grip the coffee. The waitress listens politely but says he isn't the first to mention the standing man. Her voice lowers, he's been there since the 40s. Always 3:17 in the morning. Local legend paints the figure as a lost hitchhiker struck during a storm in 1947. But photos from tourists across decades show the same man, same stance, same impossible stillness. His clothes never change, and the background sky always glows that same electric gray. Paranormal investigators visiting the site report camera failures, collapsing drones, and footage looping back on itself. One team recorded the figure's head turning before every frame glitched into snow. Memory cards corrupted instantly upon leaving the stretch of road. Some theorize Route 66 has an electromagnetic anomaly caused by ancient mineral fields underground. Others believe something cosmic touched that patch of earth, bending time like warped glass. Whatever it is, the figure remains frozen in a perpetual intersection of worlds. In 2013, a live streamer captured the figure during a thunderstorm. Viewers watched streams cut mid-broadcast as lightning illuminated his featureless face, smooth, reflective, expressionless. Government servers flagged the clip, the channel disappeared without warning. Raymond's dashcam footage eventually surfaces anonymously on a deep web forum. Analysts claim the timestamp runs backward halfway through. Frames show highway signs in the background changing language, from English to something unrecognizable, before freezing entirely. At a university in Arizona, physicists study the footage frame by frame, hunting for compression errors. Yet, compression artifacts do not explain how light bends toward the figure instead of away. Lens reflections twist as if space itself funnels into the center of the image. Audio analysis reveals background hums dropping below human hearing range, forming symmetrical waves. Experts identify no man-made source. One suggests the figure acts like an anchor, a fixed coordinate of energy within a shifting dimensional grid. Locals matter-of-factly warn travelers not to stop near mile marker 422. They say if you glance too long through your mirrors, he appears behind you in the reflection. Dozens report cold breath inside their car despite engines roaring warm. A young filmmaker attempts to recreate the scene for a documentary. But each night they visit, their cameras drain from full charge to zero within minutes. Their footage captures faint whispers repeating, "He was not alone in the road." Older truckers keep talismans hanging from their mirrors, some blessed by Navajo elders. They claim protection against the standing man. Yet one driver found his charm melted into rust overnight, shaped exactly like two interlocked footprints pressed inwards. Cultural historians trace eerily similar stories back to pre-route wagon trails. Pioneers spoke of a silent watchman standing on the path during moonless nights, described in near-identical wording. Perhaps the road merely inherited what already lingered long before asphalt. Psychologists argue it's mass hysteria, a collective hallucination repeating across generations. But that fails to explain why tire tracks vanish 10 feet before every reported sighting. Satellite photos show faint human shapes that move frame to frame, yet no human was there. Modern travelers post shaky smartphone footage across social media. Every video glitches precisely at 3:17 a.m., replacing pixels with static lines. The figure stands unmoved, framed by endless night, gazing directly into the lens as if aware of being watched. Some think the figure is a remnant of an old parallel timeline, an image burned into the fabric of this one. Perhaps he exists between frames of our reality, slipping through each passing vehicle like an echo. He is there, but not there, preserved in endless now. Highway patrol logs show countless near-miss collisions near that same mile marker. Drivers swear they saw someone standing, but dashcams reveal only flickers of static-shaped vaguely human. Dispatch records list unexplained call disconnects happening exactly at 3:17. Investigators deploy LiDAR scanners along the route. The devices reflect chaotic readings, as though mapping a moving object frozen in multiple coordinates simultaneously. Data renders produce a humanoid void, an absence, a hole where geometry collapses into infinite angles. Meteorologists can't explain electrical disturbances recorded in that region. Weather balloons short-circuit mid-air, compasses spin without order, and animals avoid the stretch entirely. It's as though reality refuses normal function there, a place rewritten by hidden code. Some forgotten townspeople whisper that the figure marks where time stopped for one person long ago. His punishment, or perhaps preservation, was to stand guard over the border between worlds. The truth vanished with the old maps that now display subtle geographic errors. Paranormal forums obsess over one phrase carved into a sign near the site, "We are watching the moment repeat." The paint never fades, even after countless desert storms. People claim it's written in dozens of textures, none matching the original wood grain beneath. Photographers attempting to capture him long exposure discover something bizarre. Their cameras reproduce duplicate stars above, constellations mismatched by decades of drift. Astronomers confirm those patterns only existed before 1950. The road remembers. Law enforcement eventually restricts nighttime travel in that corridor. Officially, it's for road maintenance. Unofficially, officers admit hearing faint breathing outside their cruisers when parked too long, though thermal cameras detect nothing but cold. Raymond vanished a year after reporting his encounter. His truck found idling near the same marker, headlights still on, clock frozen again at 3:17. The seatbelt unlatched itself, door ajar, engine thriving like it never aged a day. Months later, tourists capture a new video of the figure. This time, it wears a reflective vest identical to Raymond's company uniform. His dispatcher swears the vest was company issue, and that Route 66 doesn't forgive anyone who dares to look too closely. So if you find yourself driving through the heart of the desolate highway at night, keep your mirrors tilted slightly downward. Do not stop if you see someone standing still. Because once you look directly, truly see him, you may never be certain you left that stretch of road at all.